So I would describe it as a two-part installation. One is a group reading in which white folks were invited to read texts by and generally about people of color, particularly queer and trans people of color. And in the other part, Diana O was giving a performance on the topic of validating an invalidated rage.
I had teardrops when I was standing here watching her. It was very emotional. As soon as she starts writing the words, "I am not afraid of," suddenly all emotions come upon me. And when you hear the word afraid, you're like, what is she going to write next? And then as soon as she starts with the R-A, I thought she's going to write the word race. And then when it says rage, suddenly I feel this like emotion burning inside of me. It's like, oh wow. And it gets me really excited. I want to know what she's going to write more.
Before I saw Ms. O painting, I read the introduction panel outside, and so I was like, oh, okay, and thinking about white privilege, and I've been understanding just how much, just walking through the world, I do have white privilege, even if I came from a very poor background and all that kind of stuff. So, and then, but when I read "I am not afraid of my own rage," then that hit me on kind of a different level. As a survivor of sexual violence and abuse, I am afraid of my own rage, or I'm working on it, but especially with all the news in the last 6 months, I just can feel that rage simmering, and it does scare me.
I think that she's really raising some awareness to the fact that these conversations actually don't happen as much as we want them to. And I also think that she is forcing people to actually discuss what we see in academics. It's very easy to read the book, have it on the T, and say, hey, I'm woke. It's another thing to have a conversation about it and to actually not have someone like me continuously explain things to you after you've read the book. And that was my comment on her laundry list of what our reactions are. And mine is, I'm really sick of explaining shit to white people.
Yeah, this is a setting where there have been chosen a lot of books that relate to marginal populations, primarily people of color, and we've been asked to, look through the books and respond to them.
I think it's about, reading the books and seeing what the readings are and what it brings up in us, and then an invitation that whatever's coming up, we tend to wrestle with on our own. And so it's an invitation to make a public statement that can be viewed by other people who might be willing to share this burden with us.
And I also think this is the Boston Public Library. I think it would be really cool if more things like this happened in the library, that the library initiated. Yeah.
Well, I'm biracial, so I feel like a lot of people, my family really uses my race as my identity because I'm between two. And I notice a lot of parents think about why you don't want to be alone anymore, and I feel kind of alone between those two races. I go through different struggles with the white family, but I don't go through all the struggles that my black side goes through. So I feel kind of alone, and I don't really know where I can stand or where I can help or where I fit in. But I'd like to let go of that anxiety or insecurity.